Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock, and I'm here with a video to talk about, well, yet to discuss a few things actually on this video, and that is going to be the leaked new kits, possibly for next season, that have been going around social media. Sean Longstaff has signed a new contract with the club, and our former manager Steve Bruce speaks out um, about the club and in regards to Eddie Howe and the players as well. So here we are. Let's get into this video. So the first thing we are going to talk about is the potential kits, the leaked kits that have been going around on social media that could possibly be for next season. And if these are going to be our new kits for next season, I am very impressed. I am very impressed with them. 100% I am very impressed with them. I like the look of those designs that they could potentially go with. So like, let's start on the possibly the home one, the potential new home one. I mean, there's a lot more stripes on this one, which is good. They haven't got the number 4 on it like they did for seasons just gone home kit. Blue Castori, I like that as well. I think they've done how they've got the badge on. It looks like that's been properly stitched on that one, rather than go that they have been with the season just gone, like a power they've just patched it on or whatever they've used to put it on with that one. It looks like this one may have been stitched, could well have been stitched on probably with the home one. Also with the potential away one as well, the green and white. Again, it looks very impressive as well to me. Again, the badge looks like it's been properly stitched on as well. I mean, we've had a green and white kit before years ago, and I think that would be a fantastic new away kit as well. Definitely, I think green does go well as well, and looks like a bit of a carbon copy to the one we had quite a few all them years ago as well. So as well, and the potential third one as well, which is like the blue and yellow. The badge doesn't look like it's been stitched on, but I quite like how they've gone with that in terms of the particularly the pattern on the sleeves as well. I quite like the really look of that as well, I've got to admit. I really, really do. So, yes, again, if these are our new kits the next season, I'm getting in there. You can take my money straight away. I would happily definitely buy those for next season if those are going to be our kits for next season. Or even some of our other fans have said they are really impressed by them as well, and they will be looking to get them as well. It'd be interesting to see how the new kits sell out for next season, whatever they are going to come out with. So it's starting to look quite bright, definitely, for next season. Very impressed with those designs, I've got to admit. So, yeah, so that is the first bit that I've talked about. The next part I'm going to talk about is Sean Longstaff. Yes, and he has signed a new contract at the football club. There was a little bit of news going around with this one, thinking, was he going to sign or was he not going to sign? It was like all up in the air a lot of the time, but he has now signed a new contract at the football club. He signs a 3-year deal because his current one was expiring this summer, but he's now signed a new deal with the football club. Still on the fence with it. I think we should have moved him on. I've seen a lot of disappointments from him this season. I really got to admit. But does Eddie Howe still see something in him? Possibly he could do. So you can understand maybe to sign a new contract extension with the football club, you can kind of understand it as well. Could Eddie Howe make him into a more improved player, like he's done with Joe Linton and other players in our side as well? Could he be getting down to work with Sean Longstaff on a regular basis to make him into an improved player? We'll wait and see. But I'm just still not sure, because, again, it's not been great this season from him, and he's not going to be guaranteed a lot of football as well, because I think we are going to strengthen in that midfield as well. But let's go on to see what Sean said when he signed the new contract at the football club. He goes on to say, "I'm over the moon to sign for 3 more years at your hometown club, especially with the way the club's going and what the new owners are putting in place. It's really special for me and my family, and a day I'll never forget. You need to be in the right place to learn and keep improving, sorry. And since the first day the new manager's come in, I've loved every second of working with him." So he's really enjoyed working with Eddie Howe. He really, really has, since Eddie Howe got appointed at the football club. And he also went on to say as well, being able to work with him every day and his staff, they always want to help you get better. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. I speak to the manager loads, and he's assured me that he wants to keep helping me improve in the goals I can achieve. They align with that. I think I can achieve as well. It's really special. Everyone is moving in the same direction, and I'm looking forward to being part of it. Eddie Howe, he also goes on to say as well, it's great news that Sean has committed his future to the club. He is a great professional and an outstanding player who is incredibly passionate about playing for Newcastle United. His attitude and commitment since I arrived have been first class on and off the pitch, and he played a big part in us climbing the table and finishing the season as strongly as we did. At 24, he has his best years ahead of him, and I am excited to see his development continuing. So again, Eddie Howe must really see something in Sean Longstaff that could possibly make him into a better player. So again, you can understand why he has signed a new contract with the football club. But it's just, is he going to get a lot of game time next season? The Premier League, I'm not so sure. Maybe in a lot of the cup games, he could possibly in pre-season as well, and see how we can progress from there. There's a lot of mixed opinions on this one. Some people have said we should have moved him on, but some people says they are delighted that he's staying at the football club as well. Or I've heard some people say, if it doesn't work out, could we look to get a fee from, if we are looking to sell him at one point? Wait and see. So again, bit of mixed stories about all on the Sean Longstaff signing a new contract extension at the football club. So I hope he does come back as a better player. I really, really hope we can. Eddie Howe has done it with the likes of Joe Linton, with the likes of Kraft, other players as well, and he's really transformed them. If he does that with Sean Longstaff and makes him into a better player, that would be fantastic. And it really, really would be, because there's something could still be within Sean Longstaff. Remember when he was playing under Rafa? He did very well then. Steve Bruce, it just didn't work out because, well, it was Steve Bruce, and he bruised a lot of his players during the time as manager of Newcastle United. But Eddie Howe has come in and has really transformed the side as well. So again, there's a lot of stories going on about that. But yeah, but again, let me know as always, what do you think of Sean Longstaff signing a new contract at the football club? Now, the last bit of news. Yes, who I just said before, our former manager, Steve Bruce, has come out and said a few words in regards to the club, Eddie Howe, and things like that. And some of it, what he says is just absolutely laughable, in my opinion. This is what Steve Bruce does go on to say with us. He says, Eddie Howe has a lot Eddie has had a lot more money to spend than ever I did. But he's brought in some good players and improved the team. I'm very happy to acknowledge that because Newcastle and the fans deserve the success. I worked there when everyone was talking about a potential takeover. The club needed new owners to come in to re-energize it, and I always knew that if it came during my watch, I probably wouldn't be hanging around for too long. I just hope that a few years down the line, some of those supporters who never wanted me will look back at my time in charge and say, under the circumstances, Brucey didn't do too bad a job after all. I mean, that last bit he comes out with is absolutely laughable. I don't think a lot of our fans will be coming out and saying stuff like that. Absolutely no chance. Saying the football wasn't bad. It was garbage under Steve Bruce. It was absolutely garbage. It was horrendous. Yeah, we were lucky to finish in the positions that we did during his time. But this season just gone, if he stayed as manager at this football club, we didn't have our takeover, we would 100% have been getting relegated this season. No doubt about that, because there was no improvement. He was still providing with dross football. He still would have put players out of position, and he would have just rattled through his books of excuses and come out with the same old rubbish he does. Well, you know, it wasn't my fault. We lost the game. We're gonna make sure we dust ourselves down. We're gonna roll our sleeves up. And the game could have gone either way. Stuff like that he would have continued to come out with if he was still manager at this football club. A lot of the fans, when he got the sack, were absolutely delighted, and when the new owners came in, just thought, right, you can have your 1,000 game, but if it goes all tits up, you're out the door. And that is exactly what happened. He was out the door after the first game when we lost 3-2 to Spurs under the new ownership. That was the end for him. Eddie Howe comes in, transforms the side. Things like, also, if Bruce was still here, we would not be signing Trippier, Bruno, no chance we would have been. Because they wouldn't have wanted to have played under him. Absolutely no chance they would have wanted to play under him. He would have been provided dinosaur football week in, week out. So Steve Bruce, how's it going at West Brom, by the way? It's not going so well, is it? Took them from the playoffs down to mid-table. You've screwed promotion back to the Premier League for them. And there's a lot of West Brom fans who are really on your back and want you out of their club as well. And I don't blame them if you are providing them absolute garbage football every single time. So Steve Bruce, none of this, he didn't do a bad job. He did a really bad job. Last season, we should have went down. We should have went down. Well, 2020-2021 season, we should have got relegated. Callum Wilson, it was Joe Willock, which stopped us from that happening because the football we was playing, we was absolutely horrible. Not to mention, Steve, when you are really, really having a dig at us during the time we couldn't go into the stadiums because of COVID, and you had the absolute cheek to really do that to us, disrespect us, and that is why we were fed up with it. And as soon as we got back into the grounds, we knew our voice, our opinions were coming out. They were definitely coming out to prove how you did not deserve the manager's job in Newcastle. Absolutely no chance. And I'm glad that ship sailed, and hopefully, Steve Bruce will not come back to this football club at all. Spectator, okay, but as in terms of any working role within the club, absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. He was a horrible manager. I couldn't stand him. He was the worst we have had. And you can tell why I was at my angriest a lot last season. Why I was at my angriest a lot when he was manager of this football club. So, yeah, go and concentrate on your other job now, Steve Bruce. And there you are. and stop coming out with more crap, thinking, oh, I didn't do a bad job. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. But anyway, guys, let me know how you what you think about all of that down in the comment section below. What Steve Bruce apparently come out with. More tosh from him again. And I'm just glad he was gone back in October when we got our takeover. So there you are. But anyway, guys, and again, let me know down in the comment section as always. What do you think of the stuff that I've brought out? The potential leak new kits. Are you going to willing to buy those? If they are going to be our new kits next season, what do you think of Sean Longstaff signing a new contract? And what do you think about that idiot Steve Bruce's comments that he's come out with? Let me know as always down in the comments section. As always, it's going to be very interesting what you've got to say about them. It really, really will be. But anyway, guys, make sure it'll be some point this week. My usual live show. I think I may have to look to do it on a Sunday this time because I've actually got plans on the Friday and the Saturday. But I will bring the show out on Sunday. So at least the show, it will be coming out still, so do feel free to come in, because we could have a talk about what I've discussed in this video on that. We could discuss about the whole season as well, and other things on top of that as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, drop your comments in as always, and of course, if you haven't checked me out before, please hit that subscribe button, and I shall catch you all later. Take care. Yes, again, let me know as always what you thought about the stuff that I've come with from today's video.